Adrian Arafi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it's never too late. Never ever too late, because this House has the ability to change the law. That's what our function is, and I'd like to say to the whole House that we are able to do that in this House, sir. And I'm pleased to speak on this bill, and I congratulate Tracy Martin for getting this bill to this stage. I think it's important that this bill goes to Select Committee. There's nothing like, as my colleague said earlier, nothing like a bit of sunlight on this to expose exactly what's in here, because there's a backstory to this. And the issue is that things have changed since the legislation was passed. That's what the issue is. And so we come here today, and we should be allowing New Zealanders to submit on this bill. They deserve it. Sir, and I've had some concerning things in here in this debate, sir, particularly around the harm caused by gambling. It is a serious matter. Adding 230 pokie machines, the most insidious form of gambling in this country, I would say in the world, is a problem waiting for us, and we have to do something about it. Another part of that, sir, is that Sky City gets to use these machines before the convention centre is even built. They're allowed to. These are changes that we should consider when we vote on this bill, to allow it to go to Select Committee. And that's why I strongly suggest to members opposite to have a think about the damage and the harm that is caused by pokie machines. I think that in addressing that issue, we need to look at measures that address harm caused by pokie machines. Only a few months ago, in hearing submissions on the Gambling Amendment Bill number 3, we heard directly from gamblers, and they shared their story. And it's a story about issues that they have to deal with. 230 pokie machines, just one pokie machine can do a whole lot of damage to one person, because there are very little mechanism why they are sitting at that pokie machine. Very few. And we need to use the technology that exists today to minimise the harm caused by those pokie machines. That's why I really want to support this bill to Select Committee, because I think that New Zealanders deserve to have those mechanisms put in place, so that we do not hear so that there's an intervention within the technology that exists today. And I strongly encourage all members of this House to go and talk to organisations that deal with harm caused by gambling. This convention centre, we were promised iconic world-class convention centre. Since the legislation has passed into law, there have been a number of adjustments, sir. A number of adjustments that make the convention centre less iconic, a lot less world-class, and we would probably go so far as not that impressive. Now, the issue for me is that the Sky City have received benefits based on the building of an iconic world-class convention centre. I think New Zealanders deserve the right to come to Select Committee and say whether or not they agree that what we are receiving for the concessions that were made for Sky City, 35-year licence, 230 extra pokie machines, whether the price is worth it. And if members vote against that, then members are denying the opportunity for New Zealanders to have their say, and that's why I support this bill.
I call Simon O'Connor. Thank you, Mr Speaker. Look, I want to begin by acknowledging Tracy Martin as the sponsor of this bill. It will be no surprise to her that I will not be